You're listening to Mudville Sounds.
Hello?
And it seems like I just don't know what's best for me. And it seems like I just don't have a family. And I just want to move away. And I just want to move away.
We are sitting here with Instant Karma as we're hanging out at Groundstack Coffee here in Stockton. So, yeah, that's all the noise. Gotta love the coffee making though, you know? Give us that extra caffeine boost. So yeah, I was actually listening to one of your songs on the way over here. It's Succubus is what I was listening to on the way over here. I really like it though because it really blends a lot of different genres together. And I hear genres blended together a lot, but not in that way. Like you have this really melodic, ethereal kind of trance feel going on over the top of like some hardcore metal. The screaming and the growling, and I love it, dude. It's awesome. I really dig it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's from my first album.
that was from your first one.
Yeah, Karma.
Okay. Now, did you collaborate? Who did you collaborate?
For that album, I actually did a collaboration with Joshua Stockton.
Okay.
The 21 by the Aesthetic. He was managing my first album at the time, but we went our separate ways. So now I'm working on my third album, Memory Lane.
There you go. There you go.
But this vibe for this third album has changed completely. So it's a whole different vibe. That kind of ethereal type of vibe, but more in between indie, I would say.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm gonna release that soon. I just been kind of hesitant on releasing it because it's a very emotional album, I would say.
Okay.
Put a lot of feelings into that one, so
Yeah. Did you just released a song Christmas, right?
No, not Christmas, no.
Oh, okay.
But I did release a song recently called The Ugly and the Beautiful.
The Ugly and the Beautiful, yeah.
And that's on YouTube right now, so.
Now, is that you solo, or did you collaborate with anybody on that one as well?
No, that's all me.
That's all you?
Produced by myself and my lyrics and all that. Independent.
Nice. So, with those things, do you like create your own beat track for those?
Yeah, I do. I use GarageBand right now. I'm just using a simple platform, but I do want to get FX Studios. They say that's a better platform. And then I also just bought a new like beat piano thing where like you just make the beats on there and you know what I mean, mess around.
Interesting.
Yep, I plug that into the laptop and I'm making some cool stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yup. And I wanna eventually I'm gonna start posting some videos on YouTube for K4rm4 Productions. That's my company, and I'm gonna start doing some production videos on there of me making some music beats.
Heck yeah. So all of your releases have been through K4rm4?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Do you have any anybody else that you work with through Ego4, or is that just kind of for your stuff? Or
Yeah, it's for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Just basically what it is. It's a platform for multimedia and for showing my support for local artists and local communities. And also it's a record label that I'm going under for myself as well to show that I produce my own.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So is a goal for that to work with other local musicians and try to produce their music as well?
Yes.
Nice.
It would be nice to do that as well for those that are interested in my beats. You know what I mean? I'll eventually start selling those music beats, and then also just supporting local artists with photography and interviews and podcasts and things like that.
Heck yeah. So how did you get into making your own beats like that?
Well, I started making music around, I would say 5 to 6 years ago, and I started out on the piano. That was like my first instrument I've ever started out on. And I was just messing around, playing on the piano, just making beats and stuff. And then I eventually got an iPhone, and then that's when I found out about GarageBand, and so I started producing some of my stuff on there. And then I just started fucking around with the sounds, and it was great.
Heck yeah.
So I just started just making everything. Like, I don't know, it flows.
There you go.
If I'm freestyling and I'm just in the moment, I'll just end up making something, and I just come out with beautiful songs.
There you go.
So yeah.
So a lot of the things that I've been listening to from you, like we were saying, they have that kind of ethereal feel, almost like, you know, I want to compare it to like trance music.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Because it
kind of sends you in another dimension for sure.
Yeah, but it's very mellow, you know, and that's one of the things I like about it, is that it kind of gives you like this relaxing kind of feel, and then when you get to that point of you're like relaxed and kind of just chill, all of a sudden something comes out of left field and just kind of smacks you, you know? And I dig that a lot. So you sing a lot, right, on those? Do you rap at all, or Because I don't think I've heard those yet. I've
done some rap songs on my second album. It's called Even the Devil Was an Angel. Once an Angel, but that's my second album. And I did a collaboration with another artist called Mind Drought, and he produces his own beats as well.
Nice.
And he makes it all on the computer, and he'll sample some stuff. But yeah, he helped me with my second album, and that one's on all platforms as well. And that one's kind of a different vibe because I'm rapping on that one more.
Sure.
I am screaming. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of given like Suicide Boys type of vibe, but if you ever listen to Suicide Boys, kind of like that type of sad boy. It's kind of like given that sad boy goth vibe, I guess. Okay. You would say, but yeah. I kind of try to explore all different type of genres, though. Yeah. I even want to make a song that's kind of like jazzy, you know what I mean? But right now, I've just been making some beats, like house beats, and like that EDM type stuff. I've just been messing around on the keyboard. It's pretty clean.
Do you have anybody that like inspires you?
Man, I would say local artists inspire me. Honestly, they do. And then I do have a couple of artists that I listen to, and they're independent artists as well. And I see them making their own beats, like on their keypad and stuff like that. And I just find it like awesome. Like, you know what I mean? You can make something out of nothing, and you're playing it, and then you're singing it live.
Right.
You know, there's people, and it's just great. Like, sharing your sound and your creation with others is like wonderful. I think it's very beautiful.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So was there when you sit down and start writing your songs and things like that, do you have any other kind of like musicians or songs in the back of your mind that you're kind of comparing?
Well, my first album, some of those songs on there were on Karma. They were kind of inspired off of Linkin Park and Paramore.
Oh, okay, I can hear that.
And so just like kind of giving like the vibes. Like I do like get inspiration off of like bands that I personally listen to, and then I'll take it into my own hands and then I'll make my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, just growing and getting inspiration off of other artists is beautiful too. I love that. Linkin Park was a really big inspiration for me too, because I listened to them. Yeah, I listened to them growing up. That's my first band ever.
Oh wow, okay. All right. Yeah, they have some good tunes. They have some good tunes. So I know we were talking earlier that you're kind of just starting to try to get into playing live. Have you been able to get in anywhere to play?
Recently, I've just been focused on, I want to focus on just playing at some open mics, but before in the past I did have a few shows. I did play at a few open mics before, in the beginning when I released my first album. But yeah, lately I just been focused on kind of perfecting my third album, Memory Lane.
So a lot of studio work.
Yeah, a lot of studio work, but I do plan to go to different places. I kind of want to go to SAC and do some open mics out there.
Oh, for sure.
Spread my sound out there a little bit more, and then out here, and then just kind of around my surroundings. I just want to just go and just see if there's like other open mics, other places, and see if people will like it.
Yeah.
Look at my sound, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. Find where your niche is and start trying to grasp it. Definite. Are there any like people that you've connected with here that you would want to do a show with? Like
Probably Mondo.
Mondo?
Yeah. And I'm just kind of getting to know more artists around here as well. And I do want to like eventually have my own show, like album release show.
Oh yeah,
well. And I would love to do something like that, maybe at the Hatch. But yeah, just in the process of just kind of writing it all in the books right now.
I gotcha. Yeah, organization is good.
Yep. For sure.
So, you have a clothing company as well. So let's talk a little bit about that. When did that start?
I started making clothes for my music. It's Karma Clothing Co. And I'm basically just creating some shirts and stuff for my music, just kind of putting myself out there. And I'm also making a website actually for Eagle Fear Productions, my company, and then kind of collaborating my music with my clothing and everything.
Sure.
So that way when people they'll just click it and then they'll see everything that's on there. But
so it's like a lot of your own logos and designs and things like that going on. And is that only on Instagram?
Yeah, that's on Instagram right now. But I'm working on a website right now, and then that'll be up on in my bio soon enough.
Sweet. So people can go on there and you have like shirts and hats and things like all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Do you ever have any of that out? Like, do you vend any of that stuff?
No, I haven't yet. But when if I do like a show, I would like to do like a giveaway or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
People like free stuff.
For sure. Just gonna get some stickers and then make some stickers and then have like
I like
business
stickers.
card. Yeah. Stickers and business cards, and then I have like a shirt. And I'll just be like, support.
Right, yeah, heck yeah, man. Like, that's how a lot of musicians and bands make the majority of their money is through the merch.
Yep.
It drives me nuts when people come through and they don't have merch. I'm like, gotta have a CD, a button, something. Like,
Something to show for it.
Right? Something. Heck yeah. You said that you're trying to release your next song or whatever. You're kind of like sitting on it.
Yeah, my next album, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of estimate on when that's going to be done and out?
I want to shoot it for January, so this month.
Okay.
Late January.
I'm just soon.
I'm just doing like a lot of work on it still. There's a lot of edits I gotta do on some of my songs. Just making sure it sounds better before I release it. Because I record on my phone and then I also record on the laptop. So I kind of have to like re-edit the music that I've made already and basically just make sure it sounds pretty much better before I release it on all platforms. Because my very first album, I made it on my phone, but it wasn't as I would say like the bass, it wasn't as loud as it should have been basically. And so like when you listen to it, you could kind of hear like it doesn't really have like the bass fully in it as it should.
So when you say that you recorded them on your phone, was it just kind of like, here's my phone, hit record and mic everything that you're doing?
Well, I make the beats through GarageBand, and so I use some of the loops on there, and then what I'll do is I'll make the beat first, and then like I'll just flow with it, and I'll just like come up with some lyrics, and basically I'll just make the whole song.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. But yeah, I could understand how listening back and trying to figure out all of the different levels for everything and adjusting things so they sound right, I could see how that would be kind of difficult when you're trying to just listen to things over the phone like that, you know, like, 'cause I know when I do things, I connect through my Bluetooth to my surround sound at home, so it's like I got the big subwoofer going on, I've got like all these speakers, so I can really nail down those levels, you know, and when I go back and I listen to that same thing through just my phone, it sounds so trebly and like really on the high sides of things.
It's like you gotta test it through like all these different, you gotta test it through the phone, through the speakers, the earphones, the speakers.
Right?
All of that.
Yeah.
So,
all kinds of different speakers. Yeah, for sure. My friend Tyler Grilly, when he did one of his albums, I had listened to it and I was just blown away at the quality of the sound that he had captured. And I asked him, like, how, like, dude, your levels on everything are so like tight. This is great. And he was telling me, like, he listened to the same song through so many different speakers and so many different systems, and that's why it took him like a month or two to really nail down that mix, because he would listen to it through his phone, he would listen to it through the headphones, he would listen to it through the surround sound, and then his car, and then somebody else's device, and like, you know, so, and every time that you listen to it through a different system, you have to make these fine little adjustments. So, yeah.
Definitely. To get that perfect, like, Shazam song, man, like, you got to. That way it makes
especially
sure
when you're doing it DIY. And that's the other thing that I absolutely love about stuff like this, is that it's all DIY. Like, I love the idea of supporting a local studio where you can go in and have a professional record you and mix things down and all that. And like I said, I think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that it would be amazing if every musician had an opportunity to do that. Because those guys, they're professional. They know what they're doing. They know how to like record you properly to get the best sound. They know how to mix it down and use all of their different effects and things like that to really fine-tune that EQ. But when people are able to capture that real quality sound, and they did it through these really like simplistic DIY kind of ways, I think it's awesome, you know, because I always simplify everything. So it just kind of shows that if you have the want and the drive, then you're able to still do what you want to do. So I think that's just great when I meet musicians that are they're able to record their stuff and really like make it work. That's really great. So what kind of setup do you have? I know said that you record with your phone and sometimes with your computer, like a laptop.
Just an Apple computer.
An Apple?
A MacBook.
Okay, a MacBook. All right.
I'll just use that, and then I'll have my plug-in for my little beat pad that I use for my my piano.
And that's all through GarageBand, you said? Okay. I know a lot of people use it. I've never used GarageBand.
It's a little starter, a good little starter platform. But I want to get something better, so that way I could, mess around and see if there's more beats. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I only use that just for now.
Okay, it works though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. When it comes to like marketing and promoting your stuff, is that all you as well? Do you have any help with that?
I do all the marketing on my own.
Okay.
I make the flyers and my videos and all that. I just try to just make sure like I kind of put my music out there, like creating like a little commercial. You know what I mean? Some reels on Instagram just to show. I released a song.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Little plug. For sure. Heck yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. So I know I've primarily been in contact with you through Instagram, and that's where I follow the majority of your stuff. Are you anywhere else?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok as well. I do like a lot more videos on there. And I'm on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music, iTunes. But yeah, all platforms.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So I guess TikTok seems to be the big thing because everybody's on freaking TikTok these days. Everybody that I talk to is all about TikTok. I have not jumped on that bandwagon. I have Facebook and Instagram, and that seems to be about enough for me when it comes to dealing with social media stuff. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people are kind of jumping over to TikTok and steering away from like Facebook and even Instagram now. So is there a reason that you kind of lean more towards TikTok for like your videos and stuff, or
I do TikTok for my music just for promotional reasons mostly, just to show like this song is out pretty much, or just kind of a little bit of background on my music, or just showing like the aesthetic of Instant Karma and like her vibe. I would say, so that's why I just created that, and on there it's a little bit of a different vibe compared to my Instagram.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just kind of just showing like the back little background footage and stuff that that people have caught of moments of me, or just like my music in general, just throwing it out there just for promotional.
Okay, but it has more of like a behind the scenes feel to it. Okay, I got you. All right. Now, I also wanted to ask about your name. So where did the name come from? Because it's not just that it's Instant Karma, but you use the 4s instead of the A's for karma.
Yeah.
So where did this come from?
Well, I kind of threw a little bit of numerology in it, I would say.
Ooh, there you go, yeah.
444, angel number. But,
okay.
No, Karma, well, it was kind of a name I went under for myself back in high school. And I also resonate with, like, balance and male energy and female energy.
Okay.
So I kind of just go along with that. The yin-yang type, I would say I'm kind of basically like almost two people in one. But Instant Karma, that's what it came from. It's pretty much just my nickname for just basically the balance that you know what I mean? Just the balance of everything.
All right.
The yin yang.
I got you.
But yeah, I wanted to do something different, so that's why I just plugged those numbers in.
It worked.
And just did something hecka edgy. But
yeah. It works because like it defines your name, you know? So if somebody goes to search for you with that kind of spelling, like you're gonna pop up. You know? Like for me, as Zoe Rose, like you go and try to search for Zoe Rose on any platform, and there's like 10 of us sometimes. And it's scary. Like I actually thought about changing my name for a long time because like it's not just that there's so many of us, but there's so many of us that are into music and promote ourselves as musicians with the same freaking name. So yeah, like at least there's that, you know, like it's very unique. So at least people can find you when they want to find you. Yeah, you know, like
Sure.
me, they got to go look at the pictures. They're like, is this the right chick? I don't know.
But yeah, just trying to just put myself out there, I would say, is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I'm a little bit on the shy side, and I like suffer from like social anxiety a little bit. But like, I would say like doing open mics and getting on the stage and sharing my voice and my music, like that helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. Like my confidence like goes up, and it's because I know what I'm doing and I feel that I know what I'm doing, even though I'm nervous. Like it helps me when I hear my own music.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense, when I hear my own music playing and I do my plug-in and I'm just there singing, like I want people to know this is who I am, you know, and I made this and this is coming from me, and you know I want to share this song with you guys, you know.
Heck yeah.
And it helps me a lot, but it's also a very scary experience because I'm not one to I don't know, I would say I'm not one to really go out and perform as often as I should. And
there's a certain amount of vulnerability that you have to be okay with to be able to perform, just perform in general in front of people. Yeah. But I think that there's an extra amount of it when you're performing your own original material. Because as an artist, visual, musically, whatever, like you are putting a piece of yourself into a creation, and to share that creation with other people, you are putting this piece of yourself that's out there on display. And a lot of times that part of yourself that you're putting out there on display could be a very like vulnerable part of yourself. And when you put it on a display, it puts it out there and it's up for criticism. And that's really, really hard for a lot of people to cope with, you know? So yeah, it makes a lot of sense that, you know, it can be difficult to get up and get in front of people and just put your own stuff out there like that. And open mics definitely help with it.
for sure.
The more you do it, the easier it gets, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I first released my first album, I was doing a lot of open mics, and I started actually becoming more comfortable with just, you know, going out on the stage and singing. And you know, when you haven't done it in a long time, it kind of, when you get a little rusty, you're like, oh, snap. Yeah. And then I got nervous again, all over again, like it comes back all over again.
Yeah.
But it's like that.
Where were you doing the open mics at?
I did a collaboration. I did one at Shop and Dry Cleaners before. I did one Tarot Coffee. Another one at I was with Vegan Shapeshifters. Did a show over there.
Vegan Shapeshifters? Is that a venue or a group? Or?
They're a group, yeah. That's their Instagram.
Okay.
They're in collaboration with Energy.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So they hosted like an open mic, and it was like had a bunch of venues and stuff over there at the park on El Dorado. That was like one of my very first shows that I've ever done.
Oh, wait. The Angel Cruise Park over there. Okay. Yeah. All right. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I remember. I think I remember that. Yeah. I think that was one of the first times I had met you was at that event over there. I think I played the same day.
We did. We both did.
Yeah. I think I played the same day. Oh gosh, yeah. No, those were fun though. I enjoyed those things. Like it's not like you were playing to a big crowd or anything, but they were still fun. All the people there were really nice.
Yeah, creates a really good vibe.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of people. What is it? Honestly, what I want to do is just like one day just take my guitar and just go out downtown and just play.
Do it, man.
Do that.
Do it.
So bad.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. Stockton isn't necessarily the most supportive if you're looking to like busk, you know, like proper. I mean, in my experience, I don't really get a lot of attention. But nobody tells me to go away either, so that's a plus. But I've hit up the downtown area and done busking over there a few times, and you know it's all right. You just go out there and play it for yourself more than anything else. You can't have any real expectations of it.
Yeah.
But I know like Old Town Sacramento has some good spots, and of course like San Francisco has good spots. If you wanted to do that, and you might be able to make $10, you know, not much, but you know, it pays for your gas to get out there.
It'd be cool to do that though, like for like a video or like a
yeah,
definitely show the atmosphere,
right? So I wanted to ask your when you for your writings, like is there like maybe a common thread that connects a lot of your words and your lyrics when you're writing your songs, or do you have just kind of like whatever you're feeling?
Yeah, whatever I'm feeling mostly. It's kind of what I'm going through if I'm going through something around at the time, I'll kind of express that through my music. And so I'm just a very expressive person, and it's honestly just mostly freestyle, but it is based upon what I am feeling in the moment, and then it will just come out through a song.
Do you think that you get that more when you're feeling happy, or if you're like angry, or
it's both?
You do get it with both? All right.
For sure.
Yeah.
But if I'm I would say like based upon my emotion, I'll make like, you know, that alternative stuff, and then you know what I mean, and then I would switch it up and make like some house or some EDM.
There you go.
Kind of just switch up my genres a little bit, but I'm not very particular person with genres because I listen to everything already, like as a person. But I want to make like a lot of other stuff too, and just kind of put myself everywhere. You know what I mean? Even mixed genres would be cool.
Well, I think you already do some mixed genre action.
For sure.
You already got that down. Definite. No, I dig it though. I dig it. Yeah, I know like for me, I don't get as inspired. Like words don't come to me as much when I'm like in that happy mode. Like words come to me more when I'm pissed off or if I'm like depressed. Those are my two inspiration modes, is when I'm pissed off and depressed.
Like that.
If everything's good, Zoe ain't gonna write, you know? So, you know, but that's why I was kind of curious. Like, it does kind of like, you know, I've known some local artists and writers that they have happy lyrics and they write happy songs, and I'm always like, man, you must be just like easy going in your life, man. Like how? And they're not. It's not like everything's just, you know, happy fun time for them in their life, but that's what they focus on with their music and their writing, and I just can't do it. What do you think your happiest song is that you've written?
Man, shoot, I would say, I don't know, I have a lot.
You have a lot? Oh,
I have a lot. Well, but they're not. They're unreleased though.
Oh, okay. All right.
They're unreleased.
Can't release the happy shit.
They'll come out sooner or later, but I've been holding them safe for my safekeeping.
Oh, there you go. Gonna be selfish with those happy tracks. Oh man, that's funny. One of the things that I close my interviews out with are words of wisdom. So I'm just going to drop that on you. If you would like to share some words of wisdom with us to close out the episode here.
Follow your dreams and balance is the key.
Nice.
Yin yang.
Yin yang. Yeah, man, that almost sounded rehearsed. I thank you for that because most people are just like, I don't know. You're kind of catching me off guard here. Radical. I thank you a lot for sitting down. Is there anything else you want to shout out or plug?
Follow me on all platforms. Instant K4rm4.
Heck yeah, dude. Awesomely.
You're listening to Mudville Sounds.